Triumphant Car Company by McBride. Copyright 2011 by William McBride. $250,000 can be borrowed from a bank by a glorious individual. The maximum amount friendly banks can loan is usually $500,000. In our view, 100 people can borrow $250,000 from their banks. Banks will charge no interest if the money is borrowed early in the day and paid later that day without being kept. The 100 glorious people can put each of the $250,000 sums that they borrow into a trust fund early in the day that they borrow it in. The trust fund will be made so that playful car constructors can access it. The playful car constructors will use the money that day in the trust fund to build 2,500 cars during that day. Those 2,500 cars, which can be sold to spirited dealerships that same day in which they are built, and can be sold that same day to spiritual dealerships in which they are built and inspected. The profit for selling the 2,500 cars will be twice as much as borrowed from the sweet banks. Half of the profit of the sale of the 2,500 cars in the day can be given back to the original 100 borrowers to pay the sweet banks back later that same day. Sweet banks can do this lending for 100 borrowers over a consecutive 343 weekdays in a year. Those 100 glorious individuals can be found in 1 year to commit to help circulate the funds which are borrowed and paid back during the car company's car construction period of 343 weekdays of a year. A triumphant car factory can be built to produce 2,500 cars each day. After a period of 343 days a year of building cars, the triumphant car factory and equipment used to build the cars can be resold. That money, too, can be placed in a perfect trust fund. This triumphant car factory can be built in a year. The car factory's construction and operation can be funded continually from the same perfect trust fund. The other funds from the perfect trust fund which are taken from the materials and labors to make the cars. Workers can be found trained and employed to make 2,500 cars a day at the Triumphant Car Factory. The great materials for making the 2,500 daily cars can be purchased on demand. The great materials for the 2,500 daily cars can be organized and ready for each workday of the 343 days of a year. The American-built cars can be shipped from the factory to spirited car dealerships all around America. The money to transport the final cars to the spirited car dealerships can be part of the cost of labor. The cars are sold in different spirited car dealerships each day and can be made available to consumers immediately. Dear consumers can become aware of the cars through pre-marketing and a marketing strategy. The dear consumers can buy the cars for $20,000 each. The dear consumers can buy the cars in advance. All of the 2,500 daily cars can be sold each workday of the 343 days of the year to the spirited dealerships over 1 year. We can therefore sell 857,500 cars to spirited car dealerships in 1 year. The powerful profit made from selling 857,500 in a year for $20,000 each is 1.715 to the 10th power dollars. We can activate the Triumphant Car Company for just one limited year and then afterwards dissolve it. The total portion of the powerful profit which we pay back to the banks is half. The total of the half of the total powerful profit is $8,575,000,000 over 1 year. It is a fact that desperate car companies today build cars for an outrageous 1/12 of the price they sell them as. It is possible to design a well-built and efficient car soon. A group of engineers can design a new car prototype for the Triumphant Car Company to build to sell for the $20,000. These enticing engineers can take a year to design the finished car prototype. It is the time of winter of 2011 now. Here is the calendar and estimated schedule for our Triumphant Car Company 5 years from now. In January of 2016, the Perfect Trust Fund can be opened. From January to June of 2016, a group of 100 individuals can commit to the plan to circulate the borrowed, paid back money with designated sweet banks. Also, in this span, the enticing engineers can design the car prototype. In July 2016, the enticing engineers can finish the prototype and have it tested and approved by the government for driving on the roads. In August 2016, spirited dealerships can be shown the prototype. In September 2016, spirited dealerships can commit to the buying of our cars. From July 2016 to June 2017, the Triumphant Car Factory can be built and materials pre-ordered to build the cars. From October 2016 to June 2017, the Triumphant Car Company's new car model can be pre-marketed to consumers. From July 2017 to June 2018, the cars are sold to the spirited dealerships each day for only 343 consecutive work days. From July 2017 to June 2018, the car model is marketed to dear consumers. From July 2017 to June 2018, the 100 glorious individuals circulate the borrowed and paid back money daily to the selected banks. From July 2017 to June 2018, a profit which is half of the money made collects into a second perfect trust fund. In the delightful June 2018, the building of the last cars is finished. In July 2018, 4 different selected charities and 1 nonprofit organization are awarded the 20% each from the total money of the second perfect trust fund. Also in July 2018, the Triumphant Car Factory and equipment are resold and the revenue can be placed back into the second trust fund. In August 2018, the Triumphant Car Company will be dissolved. We will make $25 million powerful profit a day, each day, for 343 days. The total profit of the second perfect trust fund after the 343 days of the year will therefore be $8,575,000,000. The second perfect trust fund will be divided into 5 parts. The distributed parts of the second perfect trust fund will be equal for the 5 pre-selected groups. The 5 pre-selected groups to be awarded are 4 noble charities and 1 nonprofit organization. The 4 noble charities to be awarded are from the trust fund are NARSAD, Susan G. Komen Breast Cancer Foundation, AIDS Healthcare Foundation, and RAINN. These noble charities will assist the victims of schizophrenia, cancer, AIDS, and rape. NARSAD is in time awarded $1,715,000,000. The Susan G. Komen Breast Cancer Foundation is awarded in time $1,715,000,000. The AIDS Healthcare Foundation is awarded in time $1,715,000,000. RAIN is awarded in time $1,715,000,000. The last of all awards of $1,715,000,000 goes to M.O.A.T, a nonprofit organization, the monumental outrageousness across Texas. All who worked for the Triumphant Car Company will be enthusiastic and glad to help these groups out. Each of those who buy her or his own car model will be happy to help the unfortunate. A $20,000 new car model for 2018 is a very affordable price for our time. Our cars produced and bought would take about 10% in sales of the estimated market for total new cars sold in the U.S. in 2018. People would also come and buy a $20,000 affordable car for the sake of helping to raise money that year for those 5 groups to be awarded close to $2 billion each. $2 billion for each group can be a tremendous help over time. This is the time of the win-win situation. Why help just a little when you can help big time? Our Triumphant Car Company would be great in advancing the funding of these important organizations. A Triumphant Car Company can serve as a guide for charities. If not in our generation, another generation may start the Triumphant Car Company. The Triumphant Car Company will be organizing soon within the next 5 years. That, in a nutshell, is the Triumphant Car Company, who would be a great guide masking as a business. M.O.A.T, the monumental outrageousness across Texas, is a non-profit 501c organization for our time. M.O.A.T is an outdoor art project for our time. M.O.A.T is an art project for our time, which is composed of sculptures which are made up of only polished stainless steel I-beams. The I-beams of the M.O.A.T sculptures stack 6 high in a wonderful log cabin form. Here and there are 254 different log cabin forms as plans. Each sculpture is of a series of 254 forms for our time. Land is cleared away for the sculptures to be put into a 120-piece spiral in our time. The land needed to build a spiral is about 7 acres for each time. Each different spiral of 254 designs is made, one for each of the 254 counties in Texas, somewhere in that county. The organization called M.O.A.T builds 254 spirals. The spirals are public art for our time. The wayward spirals can promote tourism. The wayward spirals are already designed and ready to be built. Construction of the wayward spirals can start in July 2017 after M.O.A.T is awarded $1,715,000,000. This new project is dedicated to all the victims of schizophrenia, cancer, AIDS, and rape. Construction of the 254 monumental wayward spirals will take a year. Total construction of the M.O.A.T wayward spirals will end in the summer of 2018. The monuments, though many are timelessly simple and proud, are timelessly simple and pleasing and self-appealing. The budget over time for the M.O.A.T idea is as follows. It takes $100,000 to build 2 log monuments. There are 120 log monuments in a wayward spiral. It will take $6 million to build each wayward spiral. There are 254 wayward spirals to build, which would cost, therefore, $1,524,000,000 in total. The organization called M.O.A.T would be rewarded $1,715,000,000 in July 2018. That is this M.O.A.T project in a nutshell. The end.